This is real tough. Please. Thank you is not enough, Mark. Awesome. Thanks for coming. Girls over here, awesome. Girls back here, awesome. You know, JP, you know, the stories that I could stand up here and tell you, we'd be here till 2 o'clock in the morning, because it's been a great ride. It really has. But you know, when you start with something like JP started, and you see it grow and grow and grow, and he's been behind it all the way. I mean, he hadn't flexed, he hadn't changed. How many manufacturers like it? When you ask somebody, these girls over here, you ask them for something, they produce. Paul Mitchell girls back here the same way. Roy, you've been the same way. I mean, you've asked for something, it was right there at your hand. You know, manufacturers need to learn, if they'll start listening to the salespeople, we're on the street, they're not. So whatever it is, keep plugging at them, because that's what makes it work, you know. And I told somebody, I didn't know this, but Barney told me a while ago, when I put my coat on in the mornings, my whole disposition changed. That's focus. And when you can do that, that job is easier, and you got a purpose behind everything you do. And I got to hand it, that woman has stood behind me, has never complained, is gonna do what you love, and I did. And I'm sorry, but this is pretty emotional, right? And my voice, I was out of town a lot, but when I was home, I was home. And for that, I'll never be grateful. Because Bonnie did a great job raising these two boys. And so, two good men. But the whole key to behind all of this, and I told Tammy this week, and I'll go back to this, I always did carry something in my pocket. And I remember Manny Cloudbanner years ago, he told something that I've carried my entire career. Showing it is selling it, hiding it's keeping it. And that is so true. You got to show something, you got to talk about something, you got to tell a story. And the stories out here, you know, it just makes it all work. And the more products you get in a shop, the better chance you got to get repeat business. The more people you call on, the more business you're going to create. And always remember one thing, every hairdresser has a potential one day being an owner. And we carry that with us forever. The way the industry is right now, it's a little mixed up. It's about as mixed up as I've ever seen it. But deep down inside, it's going to change, because it always has. It's too good a profession to get carried away like it's being carried away right now. But too many people have gotten into it just to make that money off of suites and renting a room, and the people in those rooms don't need to be there. And we, somehow or another, the industry has got to turn that around. And I hope that the industry does turn around quickly, because it's on a collision course if they don't. Because too many people are paying too much money for things that they cannot pay for. And when they get in trouble, BSG is not kind. I mean, they cut them off, and that's it. I don't blame them. I mean, I work for a man, and oh, they'll pay you. Don't worry about it. If Red Harrison could see my accounts today, he would jump for joy, because, you know, I was the worst collector he had, you know. And all I was interested in was settling. Have me and Nylock, both of us, you know. But, you know, that's just the way it is. But the whole industry is taking a little back seat right now. I don't think there's people getting into the industry that love it like we all love it. And if you don't love this industry, you can't do well with it. But, you know, I don't know what's in it that you couldn't love, because the people that's in it are absolutely awesome people. And there's so many stories you could go back and tell. Tammy rode with me for 3 days this week, and, you know, it's one story after, you know, I remember when you told me this, I remember when you told me that, you know. And you go back and you think people don't listen, but guess what? They listen. More than we all think they do. So, you know, this night has been awesome. I can't thank y'all enough. I wish all of you the very best. And what can I say but go out there and kick some tail, you know. And one more thing, and I'll shut up. Get your people to the shows. The shows are so important. I cannot tell you how important getting those people to the show and educating them and getting them something new, because that's where it all's created. And next thing you know, they start buying it, and it's just bingo. It's easy. But you got to get some education behind them. I told the shop this week, I said, that's one thing that has always bugged me about the industry, is why you have to beg people to come to a show. And we all do it. We've done it every year. We beg them to come to the show. And why should we have to do that? I've never figured that one out. I hope somebody can tell me one day. But that's the hard part, because it's all about them. It's not about us. It's all about them. And the better they are, more supplies they use. Bingo, we win then, you know. But if they don't go, they keep doing the same thing. They get in the rigmarole, and it's very boring. So again, I thank y'all so much for tonight. It's very memorable, and good night. Hallelujah.